Good morning, New Prague area community and New Prague schools. Welcome to our 8th episode of Supt Talk. We're very excited to be here again with you today. And to my right, Superintendent Tim Dittberner. Good morning, Mr. Dittberner.
Good morning.
Always a lot of wonderful, exciting things going on within the New Prague School District. We've got lots of activities and athletics moving. And with this weather outside, as I look to the left, we have some windows here, and it's just another gorgeous day in New Prague. Maybe just a few updates on the districts, specifically the referendum and the May 5th vote. How's that rolling out?
That's right, May 5th. It's under 3 weeks, so it's coming up here quickly. So trying to get out as much information to our voters. We sent a flyer out last week that's mandated by the state that gives just the information about the voting and where to vote and how to vote, and then also just some factual information about the bond referendum. So that got out last week. Obviously, our website is full of information, and along with myself doing presentations. I've done almost 30 presentations in the last 3 weeks, so that's going well. We've added one presentation I do want to mention, April 30th in Lonsdale. Just got added. We're at the library at 7 o'clock on April 30th at the Lonsdale Library. So that'll be another information meeting that's open to all our community residents.
Absolutely, and I would just like to add that if anybody ever does have questions on the referendum, if they've checked the website out, that has a lot of questions and answers, but also they can call the district office if there is a specific question they don't get answered.
And there's also an email hotline right on the website. Any referendum page you see, there's an email hotline, so we'll get back to you within 24 hours.
We'll be right back with our first guests. Welcome back, everyone, to Supt Talk, and we're here with our first guest for today. To my left is middle school principal, Mr. Brad Greger. We also have Mitchell Pommier and Taylor Jackals, and we welcome all three of you this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
We'll start out with our students here and just a few questions with them. I'll start with you, Mitch. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Mitchell. I'm 13. I am in 7th grade. I'm in Mr. Gunderson's advisory. And I have a brother named Mitchell. And yeah.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Taylor. I'm in 8th grade at New Prague Middle School, and I have 2 younger brothers that currently go to Ravenstream.
Well, welcome, and thank you both very much for being on Supt Talk.
One of the new activity groups that we have at the middle school is called the Proud Group, or the Proud Junior Group. Now, it started at the senior high. I was wondering if you could describe the Proud Junior Group and the activities that you've done this year and sort of the impact.
Okay, so in like about December-ish, we did a Blackout Bullying Week, which basically we had students pledge to blackout bullying and thumbprint a piece of paper. And then they basically had this big picture frame and they took like almost like selfies. And then we displayed those on Fridays with like dark lights and hot chocolate and brownies. And we also did like trivia throughout the week. So during advisory there would be 2 announcements and there would be a quiz. And then if you got 80% or higher, then you would get a piece of candy for knowing all the facts.
And then a little bit earlier than that, we did a mix-it-up week where like students during lunch would pick a color and go sit at like a certain table just to like mix it up like with their friend groups so they wouldn't be like sitting with the same friends or talking to the same friends or doing that stuff. So we did that, and it was like a big hit, but some like people weren't too fond of it. But like also I thought it was like really good changing like spots and like getting to talk to different people.
Okay, so the purpose of Proud then is to what?
I think it's almost to like raise awareness so people like know about it, because like going into the lunchroom and it being like all dark and videos playing, music playing, all that kind of raises awareness because you almost can't like not notice that.
Okay, and who's your advisor?
Gunderson.
And
No, advisor. Who's in charge of Proud, I should ask?
Mr. Bell, Miss Peterson, and Miss Holgate.
Okay, all right. Well, good. So what other activities are you involved in besides Proud? After-school activities?
Well, this got done back in December, but I was on the high school bowling team, and our varsity and our division placed first, JV red placed first, and then my team, JV black, placed in second.
Okay.
So overall, we did really good. And then also I am, of course, I'm proud, and then I'm also treasurer of student council.
Okay, and Taylor?
I finished off with the junior varsity and varsity swim and dive team this year, and we won our first conference division meet.
Yeah, I was there for that one.
So we were really proud of that, and our senior Britton Thompson went to state for diving. So I hope to continue doing diving throughout my high school year, and then I'm currently on the golf team, and
Okay, good.
so on the middle school golf team. So yeah.
That's good. Mr. Greger, you want to talk about some of the things going on at the middle school right now?
Yeah, currently we have our musical that's going to be performing starting this Friday, April 17th, with some weekend performances, and also the following week. Aladdin Jr. is our musical this year, so our students and faculty, they're really excited about that. Students have worked really hard in getting ready for it, so we're really looking forward to that going on too. And then of course, we've started a lot of our spring sports and activities right now, so we're rolling with practices. The weather's been very cooperative, and so we're looking forward to getting in some matches and games next week.
Okay.
Well, we would sure like to thank Taylor and Mitchell for coming today, along with Mr. Greger. We hear so many wonderful things about the middle school and our middle school students, and you two just help to represent all the wonderful things going on within our middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. We thank you both for being with us today, and Mr. Greger for bringing them down.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We will be right back with our second guest. Welcome back to Soup Talk. We definitely thank the middle school folks, Mr. Greger and Taylor and Mitchell, for coming down today. And as I said, just wonderful student advocates for their entire school. We are here today with our second set of guests, Mr. Jesse Bastyr, who is a Ravenstream physical education teacher, and Mrs. Kim Franta, our new nutrition services director. And we thank you both and appreciate you being here today.
Absolutely. Thank
Mr.
you.
Dittberner?
Well, let's start with Kim here. Why don't you just give a quick background of your work and when you got started and everything?
Sure.
Talk about how it's going.
Yeah, I'm from Cambridge, Minnesota, and I went to school at Iowa State. Since then, I've been in the restaurant industry for many years, but really just had a passion for being in the school environment, so made this transition, and it's been really well. It's everybody's been so helpful, and it's been very rewarding.
Okay, and Kim's not afraid to try new things. Right away, it wasn't too long. She'd been in the job. You started in January.
Yeah.
And started a new breakfast program at Ravenstream Elementary. It's
Yeah.
sort of a pilot. And you want to talk about that, what that's about?
Sure, that stemmed from a SHIP grant that we got for some of the startup costs, but it's a grab-and-go breakfast program where the students will come in, grab breakfast, and take it to their classrooms to eat to try to minimize any sort of interruption from their day, and it's been very positive. We've been doing anywhere from 200 to 300 breakfasts per day. It's a free program for kindergartners and anybody that qualifies for free and reduced lunches as well.
Okay, awesome. And then you want to talk about the Monsanto grant?
Sure.
Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
And
We were nominated by a local farmer, actually a couple local farmers, to be able to apply for this grant through Monsanto. It's a significant amount of money. It's about $25,000 grant. And I met with the science department because it's agriculture related, but really a science emphasis. And Jeff Decker at the high school and I decided to write a grant to propose enclosing that structure on the living lab to make a true outdoor classroom. So yeah, we've submitted that yesterday, and hopefully we'll hear something soon.
that's awesome. That's awesome. And Jesse, we've got a lot of things going on at Ravenstream Elementary this year. Why don't you talk about the Let's Move initiative, what's all that about, and some of the activities that you've done, and how you're promoting fitness for not just the kids, but the staff, everyone.
Yep, so the Let's Move initiative we began last year. We joined the program, and which kind of takes you through the process of how do you get more activity in school, not just in Phi-Ed, but also brain breaks, before and after school, recess, and then also incorporating staff, community, and all those other things. So we've had an opportunity to do lots of great things. We formed a committee and kind of just snowballed into a bunch of different activities. We've done a before and after school running program that Franta has started. We now have kids running through the hallways in the winter months. They're running outside in the summer months. We've got kids that are running 2 miles before school even starts. So just promoting fitness and movement that way. We also, as a part of the SHIP grant, we had an activities piece, the statewide health improvement program. So our activities grant, we're going to get a track painted outside. We're going to have a 1/4 mile lap and a 1/2 mile lap. So besides that, with Let's Move, we've just continued. We did a celebration this year. We had Crunch there, and both of these guys were nice enough to join us, and we had a guest speaker, Paul Crudeville, and just kind of a cool way to share with all of our students and staff all the cool things that we're doing to promote exercise and fitness.
Oh, yeah. And I think it's for staff and students, obviously, if you take care of yourself and whether it's nutrition, fitness, everything, it's going to only help the kids in the classroom and all of us do our jobs better. Why don't you, Jesse, I think it was this summer, late summer, early fall, made a recommendation to us on one of our staff development days, a speaker that he had heard, and it was Chris Freitag. She's on Monday mornings, early Monday mornings on Carrie 11, and she's a fitness expert, let's say. Why don't you talk about her message to our staff and just how you got to know her and stuff like that?
So the last move actually stemmed from this as well, but we went to, Dana Smith and I, my colleague, went to the Minnesota, to the Physical Education State Conference last year, and we went this year as well, but one of the guest speakers this year was Chris Freitag. And we both kind of left that just going, that lady is amazing, like just oozes positivity, a great healthy message. It's not a direct, you have to do this, 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 and this. It's more of, what can you do to make yourself better? So, you know, the big message she kind of shared with us was drink more water. Can you walk farther from your car to school? You know, just simple things to make a change. And her big push was that it's a lifestyle change. It's not so much I'm trying to fix it for a week, because then what happens after the week? You know, it's changing your life and making just small improvements to increase your health and fitness awareness.
Yeah, and she spoke to our staff in January, right?
Yep.
It was January.
Yep.
And I will say this, the feedback that we received from staff was, she was one of the best speakers we ever had.
Yeah, she was great.
So, well, going back to Kim, anything, closing question or anything as we look forward here in the nutrition, food service area, any changes, any things you're looking at? I mean, I know right now you're doing a lot of observing and evaluating.
Yeah, we've really been working with the student councils at both the middle school and the high school to evaluate what we currently have and what they like to see, because it's, you know, I kind of treat them as my guests, and they're only going to eat if we serve something that they like. So we've been making gradual changes at both locations, trying to continue to push the envelope with bringing in new things and exciting things for them to try, and also things that obviously are have good nutrition. So.
Right. And it's difficult nowadays with our guidelines, federal guidelines that we have to work with, that we got to work within. So I know it makes it difficult, but I know you're going to continue to make things better for our kids and staff.
I do have one question. I'm not sure which one it goes to, both of you, but I heard through the grapevine there might be a garden at Raven Stream. Can either of you talk about a garden?
I'll let Kim talk about it more, but as a part of the SHIP program, that was kind of the initial piece, was when I talked to them and applied for the grant. It was an activity-based grant. And then a month or so into that working, she had mentioned, the lady that I worked with through the program mentioned there's also a nutrition side of it. And so they asked, are there things we would like to do as far as a garden or breakfast program? So that kind of stemmed to the garden talk, which I was just basically the bridge between them and Kim. And once Kim stepped on board, she's really taken over that.
Yes, we're planting a garden. I think April 27th is planting day, and there's a raised bed for each grade level, and they're kind of taking ownership of it, and there's a theme for each bed, and we're trying to incorporate some of the produce and harvest into the cafeteria, whether it be the actual item or just, you know, if we grow peas, then we can serve peas in the cafeteria. So they really have that, you know, garden to plate experience and be able to see where their food's coming from.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's great to hear.
Well, as you can see, as we had the kids here earlier, we have adults who are making wonderful changes and initiatives within our school district. Jesse and Kim, thank you both very much for being here. Our teachers and administrators are not only doing what their job is, but they're also going above and beyond, helping our staff and students learn. So we really appreciate you being here today, and best of luck at all the other things that Ravenstream continues to do, and throughout the district, Kim, for you, who is just doing a lot of wonderful opportunities also for our folks. So this concludes the 8th episode of Supt Talk, and there may be a little special treat the very next time that we do Supt Talk. We're going to have a new location, and please tune in for Supt Talk in 2 weeks. Thank you.